because I'm a furball, but people call me Jack. Um, I'm an urban druid. Uh, Basically, the city was built on my ancestral homeland, and I am currently trying to slowly get it back to what it was. Um, Basically, I'm huge. I'm like 6 or 7 foot. I'm huge. I like animals. You'll see me frequently feeding and talking to the animals. Um, they trade in food and secrets. So I nightlight or moonlight as an investigator for the City Watch. Um, so I have an eye for miscreants. I have eyes the tabaxi.
We are friends.
Mm.
All right, Bertram.
Okay, I am Bertome of the noble house Saihan from Strent, and say I'm a noble, obviously, and yeah, I say that's pretty much it. I think. Got a crossbow.
Okay, Rogar.
Got a crossbow. I know how to use it.
I'm Rogar of the Tenorth clan of Dragonborn. I am a paladin. With my sword and shield, I have come to do battle with the forces of evil.
Right on.
Yeah. I've got a sort of a silver sheen to my skin, as my silver and dragon ancestry may indicate.
And he also has a famous novel, The Light and How to Swing It.
But yeah, I've, like my ancestors before me, I've adopted knighthood and have been sent to the armies of the king to assist in any endeavors that our powers may be needed in.
All
Hear
right.
me, evil, and fear me. Right?
Exactly.
Something like that.
I am
Exactly.
Batman.
I think Batman would be more of a rogue or a monk. Something that way.
Batman is
Maybe
definitely a
ranger,
monk.
I don't know.
He's a paladin.
Is one of the party members on fire twice?
He might be a warlock. Yeah, Rick is doing God knows what.
What?
All right. Huh?
What happened?
You have some weird icon on the top of your character.
Yeah, I didn't do it on purpose.
That's why we just said Rick is doing God knows what.
It looks like you're on fire twice.
I'm on fire.
I'm
All
not
right,
on
let's go.
fire, I promise.
All right.
Burned.
So you guys are all aboard the Bronze Flashed. The Bronze Flashed is a large locomotive that goes through the wilderness. This whole countryside is jungle, dense forest, and the occasional swamp. Taking the city-states that are here took great effort and hundreds of years. The gentleman who called you is King Nicodemus. He is rumored to be an immortal. He is the oldest elf currently residing in Trudar. He has been around long enough that your family has forgotten ever serving him. But each one of you had one little bit passed down saying, when this man calls, you answer. And hundreds of years later, this man called. So each one of you, being third sons, non-nobility, general street rats, whatever the hell you are, basically jumped into the Bronze Flesh and headed down to Talvar. Talvar was originally the largest of the city-states. It is a coastal island, and that coastal island led to great amounts of trade, great amounts of wealth, and because of that, opulence, gambling, and everything amazing in a nightlife that one would want. It was one of the more cosmopolitan of the city-states very early on. Now, across the world, there's starting to be somewhat of an industrial revolution. People are starting to pick up trade deals. Nobility is becoming worth less and less. You're seeing governments lose influence, kings lose power. All these pieces are falling to the guy who has the most coin. Oftentimes, it's someone who came up as a laborer. the small investment firm that created the Bronze Flash. There's the most wealthy people in the world right now.
Hell
None
yeah.
of them live in Talvar. It being a port city, the Bronze Flash was not particularly welcome. And if you'll look at the original map in your handouts, or we can run back here real fast, the Bronze Flash actually does not come out to the island. So, because of that, essentially you have to get to the lighthouse and then take a ferry over to the city. Everything by the lighthouse is wharf and harbor. Everything is over the top and crazy. The sheer volume of shit they're trying to pull off this train and move to this city is insane. Clearly, having the extra mile or so of track over the water would have been a very fucking good investment. But someone's pride would not allow it to happen. And as you guys get off the train, you notice that a lot of these ships that are carrying the goods from the harbor in towards the city state are in fact bearing the flag of King Nicodemus. So, your guess is he is getting his share, whether he is transporting them a couple miles or 1,000 miles across the sea.
Tariffs. Yeah.
Exactly.
Texas.
So, you guys come to the wharf. You guys have been given a ferry that you're going to go see. You got to go to the Iron Spider. The Iron Spider is essentially, you've been told, a giant catamaran that will ferry you and all your gear and some goods across. So you guys are kind of free to head off into the wharf. It's huge, it's bustling, it's incredibly busy. The one thing you guys notice here, unlike other potential places, there are people of every race, size, culture, creed, religion, whatever. There is everybody mingling with everybody. And as far as you can see, there are dozens and dozens of noble banners, as well as company logos, which is a strange appearance. You guys being from cities and kind of stuff like that haven't necessarily participated in the trade side of things, but there are quite a few company logos and stamps now on boxes and on ships and on different pieces where it used to be nothing but flags of nobility. You all met on the train, so you guys are acquainted. You know that your families have some sort of deep past, but you're not exactly sure what it is at this moment. And you're all here for curiosity's sake, so go ahead. You are in.
So do we know where the ferry is? Do we know where the Iron Spider is?
You just know that you're going to the Iron Spider. None of you have been here before.
Okay. But it's pretty obvious there's like just a lineup of ships, or are there like keys going out into the water? Could this be something that's hard to find?
There are lines of ships and essentially these little tiny towers that look kind of like tiny castles all by themselves.
Okay.
So these are all up and down, and you're seeing probably a dozen ships with each of these towers, and there's probably 30 or 40 of these towers, and there's probably a handful of warehouses in between.
Okay. Do I see anything that looks like constabulary?
Yeah, you can definitely go and find somebody that's going to be looking like he's in some kind of trade constabulatory, but same idea. He definitely looks like he's official.
Okay. Well, do you guys see any signs? Is there anything?
So having lived in Talvar for quite a while, is would I know, or is there any rhyme or reason to the port here? So in other words, would the Iron Spider have a typical docking place? Would I know of the vessel?
You know that normally people transport are further away than the goods and boxes and cargo and stuff like that. So it's probably further down the wharf, but that's about all you'd really know about the organization here.
Okay.
You also know it's fairly haphazard, but the goods and stuff are the most well protected. You have the most guards, the most excise type guards that are kind of going through, making sure taxes are done appropriately on everything coming through.
Probably.
And then it all calms down a little further along.
Well, my good friends, I believe our boat is not in this area. We have a job to do. We must get there.
Oh.
Do you know the way?
I don't claim to know the way. I know we go that way, past the merchant vessels, past the trading.
Okay, let's go.
That sounds good to me.
Sense?
All right, you guys are walking aimlessly just fine. You have a general direction. Everything seems to be going from very, very large barges. The occasional ship that looks like it's kind of been... It looks like it's no longer being used for what it once was. These look like ocean-going sea vessels that have been kind of converted into the sea equivalent of a tow truck. These things are just kind of hauling kind of chains of barges across this sea. And in fact, if you guys look out on the end from one of the piers, you can actually go ahead and see all the way out to the island nation. So it is so close that you can see buildings rising in the horizon.
Do we see anything that looks like the description that we have of the Iron Spider? Like anything that would not necessarily that, but would be a similar vessel?
After about 10 minutes of walking, you're starting to find some more and more that look like catamarans. So you're starting to see more and more that look like they make sense for what you're looking for.
Do we see any sort of like signs? Is there like a bronze mermaid or anything like that? Do we see anything sort of like that would be like a competing vessel or anything like that?
So when you get up towards the boats, each one of them does have a kind of insignia on the side of the boat, but they're not incredibly visible from far back. And as far as docking space, it doesn't look like there's necessarily specific docking space by captain, boat, etc. This looks kind of like envision an airport where you're kind of directed wherever you're directed and things are kind of moving and shaking all the time. Mm-hmm. You're seeing small dinghies out there that are kind of waving boats into different lanes. It's almost like when it's really busy at Costco and somebody's trying to direct the flow of traffic into whatever lane makes the most sense.
Overbooked LaGuardia.
Right.
Gotcha.
You have these little guys in these bright purple uniforms that are kind of out in the middle of the harbor trying to like flag people down and put these boats where they go, stuff like that. But
gotcha. So I'm gonna
anarchy.
Complete anarchy.
So I'm gonna kind of see if I can find one of those guys who's either close to the dock or maybe off duty. Do I see anybody who looks like one of those directors that I can approach?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna approach one of them and just ask him, hey, do you know where the Iron Spider is supposed to dock?
Whose boat is it?
It's the King's.
Well, the King's boat.
It's called the Iron Spider.
Iron Spider. That sounds
tell him what it looks
not like a kingly boat to me, but well, the king normally takes the first set of docks, so it should be right around in here if it's really what his name is. If it's really the king's boat, but I've never heard of an Iron Spider.
Okay. Thanks.
It does not sound official at all, or royal.
He's very grumpy.
He is.
So grumpy.
They all seem to be stressed.
Okay.
He's got a ledger. He's picking things aside. He's going through it and saying 1 of these, 7 crates of these, that kind of shit.
Oh, he's counting crates. Okay.
That's essentially what all these guys on the site are doing. You guys are kind of almost intruders. These guys seem like they have a system. Like passengers are the last thing on their mind, and they're really just concerned about getting the goods off the damn train and into the water.
Okay, how do the people get to the island? I'm gonna ask him.
On boats, normally chartered.
Do those have a spot where they come into the docks?
Yeah, further down.
All right, well, let's keep going.
You'll see the barges and the ferries.
Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep walking.
All right. Yeah.
Mind.
I'm going to talk to the rest of the party and say, hey, guys, this guy says that we need to keep going. So, do you see any barges or ferries?
Okay.
He said he hadn't heard of the Iron Spider.
Yeah, he's probably just doesn't pay attention to the names of the passenger boats.
Okay.
These traders, they're always so busy. They care not for our trivialities.
I mean, would you care about us if you were them? Look at all
I
that
don't
money.
care about us.
You guys go about 5 or 10 feet back, and you start seeing more and more of the like, more catamarans, more of that sort. And then you start seeing these big ferries, these giant boats filled with people. They look like if you were to take 4 school buses and put them side to side with no roof. There's some scraps of sail and stuff like that kind of covering the top, but it looks kind of thrown together last minute, like it's been wrecked, ruined, and rebuilt 75 or 80 times this week.
How do they move?
They look more like turtles than spiders.
Oars. Hundreds of oars out the side.
Ugh, that sucks.
I guess perception check to see if I can see a boat named the Iron Spider. Ah, terrible.
Wait, you do not.
You barely see boats.
Well, he apparently has advantage.
How did that happen? Oh
Or
my god.
disadvantage?
Character sheets are set to roll always with advantage unless you tell it not to.
Oh god damn it. How do I undo that?
Go to the character sheet and go to the gear, and then hit toggle advantage on the right.
So I'm gonna find the first catamaran that I see, and just start walking up to it. And if no one stops me, I'm walking onto it.
Nobody stops you. As you're kind of getting on, somebody comes in and goes, "Hello,
Hi there. I assume this is the Iron Spider.
this is not."
Oh, well, maybe you could show me the way.
The Iron
Oh.
Spider sounds like a smuggling ship. Who are you? You
Lock
don't
on an
look
open
like
door. Pleased to meet you.
All right, you don't seem like a smuggler. You seem like an okay chap.
I work for the Relentless. See my hand.
On a bounty then. The smugglers, they tend to be further down in one of the coves just off south outside of the where the guards patrol. Only
Aye.
reason somebody would be on a ship like that, though, is if they didn't want to draw attention when they're coming in and out of the city.
Ah,
That's what I was fearing.
well,
Ships like that avoid ports.
well, you
These
know
main
my
ports.
profession, as the hand says. Then I appreciate your help.
Always happy to help out a man of the hand. Excellent work. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you.
Funny hand, funny tail.
Nice.
Our boat's down. I start walking back towards the party. Our boat's down that way.
Which way?
Where the guards patrol.
Ah,
And probably need guardsmen for King's boats.
You guys get down to a spot with kind of within a cove, and this looks like it's half muddy delta, half actual ground with a little bit of sea kind of mixed in the middle of it all. They're boardwalks that look hastily constructed. They look like they're half floating on top of the muddy earth, but they seem to be holding together pretty well, as if they're probably pretty well designed, at least in theory.
So as we approach this, I am telling everyone else, a boat like this, as I understand, is meant for smugglers and folks that are less than scrupulous. I find it strange that we were brought here by the king, but
This must
our
be in
boat is maybe not. I don't know what to make of it.
It appears this is a mission that the king doesn't want to draw too much attention to.
Mission? He called us to him.
do we have a mission yet?
Why would we be called to the king if we did not have a mission?
Maybe he wants to kill us all. I don't know.
I'm glad you
Oh,
do.
guy.
an optimist. I love you.
Oh God, it's so hot out here.
Ah, it's so lovely, isn't it? It's nice tropical weather.
Is it hot? I'm just
It
assuming.
is very equatorial-ish kind of weather.
I'm just like, oh man, it's so
But
hot out
the
here.
travelers that you saw were all definitely acting as if it was not nearly as hot as you guys have been seeing. The people of this particular city-state are all about looking as good as possible at all times, no matter how much you sweat.
Fair point.
Okay.
It's like a high-end church in the South, baby.
I lift a paw. I lift a paw and point at Decimus. You a pretty boy from the mountains, eh?
I don't know about pretty boy, but it's too damn hot down here for me.
You'll get used to it.
I
Just
don't ever
wait.
think I'll get used to it.
Just wait till we're in the city. I'll treat you to some delights. A fabulous meat pie. You like meat, no?
Yeah, of course.
It,
I don't know
He
if I
likes
could
warm
eat
your
this heat though.
It'll warm your belly, and then you'll just feel one with the air. It's wonderful.
You could drink this air with a spoon like a soup.
Oh, you like soup? I can tell you about where to find the best soup, too.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's go. Do you see?
You guys get into kind of the Bay Area, and as you're going through, you actually only see one large catamaran, and the beams across it are made out of iron and shaped to look like spider legs. It, if anything, was going to be your iron spider. This thing looks about as much like an iron spider as you could get. You see, Locke, you see there are about 17 flags hanging on the back of this boat, as if he's ready to switch nationalities, countries, or allegiances on a whim as needed.
Nice.
But all of them are plainly there, ready to kind of dry out as we speak.
So I see this. I'm going to take my gold hand pin off and stow it away in my pouch.
Okay.
Uh,
There are a lot of much smaller boats. There are a lot of very, no more than big rowboats, essentially, or small sailing vessels in this area as well. And this looks like you guys are all going through the dirty magazine rack at the liquor store. Nobody's making eye contact. Everybody's looking at each other's feet. Nobody's really paying attention to anybody else who's walking by.
don't touch me.
I'm gonna listen and see if I can hear anything. Is anybody like trying to whisper or anything?
You are at an advantage because as you're passing boats and stuff like that, you find that almost nobody here speaks common out loud.
Okay.
And Locke can attest to the fact that a lot of people that are up to no good will choose their ethnic language and stick with that because there is a better chance that the constabulary, the excise, the all of the above, the tax folks are not going to be able to speak it, and you will have some advantage while kind of getting through things. So, yep.
Andrew, do they notice that I'm wearing my constabulary clothing?
So you look goofy as fuck in your constabulary clothing.
Not saying I know.
People are kind of looking away from you and stuff like that, but at this point you're not going up to any of the boats, so they're not losing their mind or anything like that.
Okay.
Anything that looks? Are there any people on the boat, on the Iron Spider?
Well, you guys are still a couple hundred yards away from the Iron Spider, but you
Right
know
on their,
that.
theater, yeah. What?
Fucking awards code on the wrong side.
Cut it and flip it.
And I can't open it.
Give me a knife.
I can't open it. It has to be unopened.
All right, you guys know that you're looking for a Captain Fren, Fren.
Okay.
And Captain Friend is, other than that, you have nothing else. You just know his name. You assume it's a man. You're not positive.
Okay.
That's not a name that any of you recognize.
I'm gonna say, like, I'm gonna get it close to the boat, but I'm not gonna like be in like crossbow distance, so maybe 120 feet back, approximately. And in Undercommon, I'm gonna say ahoy the boat, or whatever Undercommon passes for as ahoy the boat.
Sure.
And you're hit.
You actually see a guy out there kind of waving at you. He
Okay.
seems to be whatever, kind of giving you guys the high sign,
Okay.
giving you the old whatever. The boat is parked right up to a small kind of warehouse space. The dock is pretty short, pretty easy to get across. It looks like it's quick and easy.
I'm gonna go for it.
All right. Go ahead and we got to get your minis on the board.
Okay.
Now, how do I get people's minis on the board? Do I copy, paste?
Copy and paste. Yep.
All right, cool.
From the previous one.
All righty. You guys are coming up from the south.
Oh, hey.
Guys, please leave you wherever the fuck I put you.
I'm not touching nothing.
Rick is up ahead. I'm getting Rick first. You guys will all be starting down here at the base of the map. Here is Rick. And the gentleman waving you over. As you get a little bit closer, you notice. Go ahead and give me an insight check real fast. See how close you get before you.
Let's see here. Insight. 13.
Okay, you get to. You guys all get to about here before you notice this guy looks decidedly more shady than the average shady folks you've dealt with.
Wait a minute.
This is not what you expected. This
It's
guy
a
does
den of
not
scum.
necessarily look like he captains a vessel either.
Does he look like he works? Does he look like the rest of the people we've spent the last half hour walking past? Seafaring type stuff?
He does not. That's actually what kind of sets your alarms off in your head. This guy doesn't look like he's seen a boat before, let alone been the master of a boat.
Cool.
He's in chainmail, which you haven't seen a whole lot of metallic armors. He's got a very large axe and a scimitar. He looks like he is armed for bear. The only thing I will say, he definitely has a ridiculous captain's hat.
He's got a
He's
cool
totally
hat.
the captain.
A cool, ridiculous captain's hat. That is the only thing he has that
Fuck
looks
that cap.
even mildly seafaring.
Well, friends, I believe this is our captain.
Cool hat.
Yeah.
Yes, come, get on the boat. You'll be fine. We'll get you across.
What's the name of the boat?
Obviously, it's the Black Widow, Spider, Black, fuck! And go ahead and roll initiative, everyone.
What's the fucking name of the boat, you asshole?
I blew it. Yeah, I had one line.
I was like, he had the hat. I feel like that was
He
a
didn't have a foppish hat.
Oh, fuck.
I love that.
So good.
Oh, fuck.
Close enough.
So, Locke, you are. Oh, do we have everybody? We do not have
my guy
everybody.
first time before I do that. Shoot.
How did it not
You
populate?
got to select your character first.
We're gonna learn how to play D&D, guys. It's gonna be fun.
Yay! I like to play D&D.
There it goes.
All right.
Oi, Jack!
Locke, you're first.
That's what they call me.
Okay, well, sensing a bit of danger, Locke will dash over, kind of running forward, but not at the captain,
Okay.
towards what appears to be a column.
Yep, that is actually the warehouse. That is a side of the warehouse. It is
So-
mildly reinforced there on the end. You do have a lip that you can hang around and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna run up here and grab a dagger and chuck it at him.
Okay. $13 is not going to hit this captain.
Alrighty.
His chainmail looks like it is good enough to keep you away.
Drat.
I thought you was a rogue.
Jack, you're up.
I don't have that cool little line thing, so
Yeah, you do.
Everybody has a line thing.
If you look
How?
on the left-hand side, there's a little 20-sided die. Above that is what looks like a comb. It's a ruler.
Good.
It's the distance comb.
It is.
That is amazing.
Wow! Stuff!
Just blew my mind.
But you have to go back to the pointer if you want to move your guy.
Gotcha.
So, and then before you roll, make sure you select your token.
Oh, yeah.
We'll learn how to play. It'll be fine. I believe in you people. I believe.
I believe that when your wife says we gotta talk, it doesn't really mean that you need to be doing any talking.
And on the way, I'm going to, as a bonus action, shillelagh and equip my shield and club.
Sounds nifty.
Done.
Shield and club. You got halfway up. All right. Decimus.
All right. So
You notice this guy's evil intent right away. You are excited to get to do something about it.
I am. I'm gonna do something big.
Cool.
10 force damage.
Dude, he feels that force damage.
Doing it up nice.
Just straight, like one of them's gonna hit his hat and try to knock it off. Pew!
Nice.
But still do damage.
No, not the hat.
Because
Is
he
it
obviously doesn't. He's an imposter in that hat.
No, not the hat.
I
I
mean,
love
clearly.
the hat.
All right, so when you knock the guy's hat off, you notice that half his face is black. And I don't mean African descent. I mean, it is jet black. I mean, there are strange black inky things going into his veins that seem to go from somewhere around his neck up the right side of his face. His eye looks completely bloodshot. Everything just looks a little fucked up on this dude.
I can cure wounds. I can get rid of your pink eye.
It does look like he might have pink eye.
Did someone poop on your pillow?
He is coming straight at Mr. Poop on his pillow himself.
No, I can cure it. Hold still.
Don't. Oh man.
All
this
right,
guy's an
16,
asshole.
Owen.
16 hits the AC, I believe.
Yep, he does 2 damage to you.
Ow. No.
And
Hold
you
still.
get an up-close look at him. He looks like he is going bad. Like something... It reminds you of rotting fruit.
Ew. That's... Ew.
Okay,
Ooh.
Rogar.
All right. Let's see here. Unturn myself. Oops. How far away am I? So you really get up on him here.
I love that we're using the ruler tool now. Like, wait, is he in? Oh, he's totally in range.
I could probably just waltz right up to him.
Oh, look at it facing. Look at you.
Pull out my sword and give it a swing. Let's see here. I go to my sheet here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Click on where it says longsword to roll your damage.
Okay, the damage type. Okay.
No, just the word. Sorry.
In the
Oh, just the
chat.
word longsword.
The word on in your chat.
What?
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
There you
Oh,
go.
interesting.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
Makes a ton of sense. It's fantastic. We're living in the future. Keep it up. The captain looks a little bit messed up, and you're noticing that the blood he bleeds when you make him bleed his own blood is in fact black.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
This is
not good.
Captain Blackblood.
Bertram, you're up. Bertram. Steve, how do I say it? Sorry.
Captain Rotten Fruit.
Bertome. Okay,
Yeah.
Bertome. Gotcha.
Um,
Bertome.
how does the line of sight, like cover, work in this edition?
Good question.
What do you mean?
So the Dragonborn just ran between me and the other guy. Like, if I'm on the diagonal, do I still have cover, or does he still have cover? Or
Yeah, he's still got cover. He's got 2 spots.
so how does it? I don't know how it works. I don't know what I should tell.
You got to have basically the 2 slides. That's how we played. I don't know if that's the exact rules, but we always have to have 1 point on yours to 2 points on his.
Gotcha. Can I not be opposite corners?
Not be opposite corners. Can't be in the way of anybody.
And what happens if he has cover or whatever from people?
Mine is 2 to hit, I think, is cover. Or is it disadvantage? Hold on.
Does it allow you to add that in or no?
It would likely just be disadvantage in 5e.
I know cover is
Cover, I think, adds on to AC now, which is weird. Because
What the fuck?
I'm with you. You'd think it would be.
Well, but I think concealment is disadvantage. Cover is something else. They've always tried very hard to make a huge difference between the two. Never worked that well.
Steve, you
Target
should
with
know
half
this.
cover has +2 bonus to AC and Dex
Okay.
saving throws.
Cool.
3/4 cover has +5.
Jesus.
So I missed miserably.
All right. The Bertome shoots off and almost hits the paladin square in the back. Luckily, as he's dancing around with his blade and
Oh
shield,
no.
he ducks and rolls at just the right time.
Friendly fire. Nice.
So,
Turn it
as
off. Turn it
Bertome
off.
finishes up,
Fuck. The ambush.
Yeah. Like,
That's a trap.
it's got its own initiative. That's amazing.
so here we go. These squares get blown up. And, shit, I'm on the wrong thing. I'm just drawing squares now. It's cool.
You can draw anywhere you want. Oh, fuck me.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
There we
yeah.
go.
That was scary for a second.
Surprise!
Well, that went real well. Well, I'm going to go get the bad guys again.
Wait, no. Unblow it up. Go back in the building, quick.
Hey, you
Nobody
guys are
noticed
learning how to
anything.
play this. I get to learn how to play this too, apparently.
Now you see part of the reason why we didn't play this way in my game.
Because it would have been too much fun.
Yeah, well, no, I wasn't confident
I'm
enough
just
to try to
fucking
do
with
this
you,
on the
dude.
fly.
All right, they rush out, and they all have ranged weapons in hand. They're
no.
small javelins, essentially. The first one is going to pop off at Locke.
Yes, it is.
Locke.
Evasion.
We get a 7.
Not going to happen.
The second one's going to pop off at Locke as well. We get a 3.
No. Mm-mm.
Now we got 2 on my good buddy Decimus. Decimus, a 10.
Does
And
not hit my
Decimus,
armor
a
class.
13. Does a 13?
13 does.
All right, Decimus, you take 2 damage
Okay.
as the guy got you from behind. As they fire off the javelins, they then draw out short swords. These guys are not in chainmail like the guy up front. These guys are in nice studded leather. They all have black hoods and cloaks. You do not notice any of the kind of rotting facial features that you notice on the captain. And Locke, you're up.
All right, so as the miscreants come bursting out of the warehouse behind me, I have a couple javelins fly towards me, and I'm going to dive kind of right between the warehouse and my friend, and land behind Captain.
Right on.
Drawing
You're a
my
dexterous
short
little
sword.
kitty, getting it done.
Drawing my short sword and jabbing right towards his back.
Perfect. Yeah.
21 will hit. Yes. So it'll be that, and then that's with sneak attack.
Oh god.
I guess I didn't even attack with advantage. I guess I.
Well, would you have had advantage? You were within his line of sight. The only reason you get sneak attack is there's another monster on him, or another player on him.
Well, there's two of us on him.
There's two other
right?
players on him.
Yeah, but you only get sneak attack if he coming from hiding or whatever. You only get advantage. You still get sneak attack, just without advantage if they're within 5. If they have another player within 5 feet, I believe.
Okay. I just thought that when he was ganged up on, he had advantage.
There's no documented rules
sneak attack.
for,
That's still.
There is no flanking in 5th.
Yeah, there's no flanking in 5e.
Okay.
Well, I think there's an optional.
It's a house rule. Yeah.
All right.
But you
do still get sneak attack. You're good to go.
Which
All
is
right.
huge.
Cool. So there's that, and then I'll add the d6. So 10.
All right, he looks nasty. This guy is what we used to call bloodied back in the day.
Yes.
I don't know what you call him these days. They don't
Call
have
him
fun
bloodied.
words anymore.
Smushy.
Jack, you are up.
He's so smushy. We're gonna do this.
Yeah, you did that.
Like rotten fruit.
Did you smash him right between the eyes?
Nice.
That is one mean fucking stick, dude.
Carries a big damn stick.
Leprechaun Club. Leprechaun.
All right, Decimus, you're up.
So Decimus is going to basically freak the fuck out, and I want to just double check. These guys are all within a 15-foot cone, right?
Yeah.
Looks
So
like it.
I'm gonna cast Burning Hands.
Neat.
So they all take 8 fire damage, half on a save. It's a dex save for each one of them.
Okay.
So basically, just my hands are gonna explode in flames. I'm just gonna go ah and freak out. And I was really confident when I was shooting the guy's hat. Not so much anymore.
All right, the first guy makes his save. Nobody else does.
Okay.
Nope, the
So the
hat.
top
I like
guy-
the hat.
And then I'm going to run away
Jeez.
I recommend it.
because I'm scared.
All right. These guys, everybody but the top guy is bloodied over here.
Wow.
Rick just brought the hurt. He brought that fire pounding. He brought the filthy, icky stuff. All right, the captain is going to go. Captain has the paladin in his sights. He's going after the paladin with his axe.
That's not gonna work.
Ah, he does not hit the paladin. He is swearing at you. He goes, "They told me to take you alive, but I'll take you however I have to. Men, kill them."
No.
Who is
No,
they?
don't-
Who is they?
Rogar, you're up.
Laughing at his axe strike, I swing my sword at the captain.
Cool. You'll find out soon enough, Kitty.
He's a fox.
I'm not the fox.
I like foxes.
Can't
That's
even tell
dead.
animals
You're
apart.
sneaky like a fox.
It's not a good sign.
Great damage.
Okay. So the captain's been talking big, but the captain is done talking big. I need everybody within a 5 feet to make a reflex check.
Here we go. This is not good.
You get splatted with the ick.
I'm totally gonna get hit. How do we roll that? Just
Roll,
off
just
of.
click dexterity. unless you're
Okay.
proficient in it.
Oh. You can click on your saves on the sheet.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, no. No shit.
Is that everybody?
Is that
Yeah, there's only
Okay,
3
Jack. I
within.
got Jack. Okay, cool. Okay, it was a DC 13. If you make it, you take half. If you miss, you take 4 damage. And you now have this ick on you that does seem to kind of be wriggling as it sits there.
This is not good. Get it off. Get it off.
Seems alive and almost as if it's going towards any kind of opening on your skin, body, orifices, things like that. It is quickly kind of cycling that direction, so you will have to tell me what you're doing on your turn about that. Rogar, you're up.
I was the one that killed him there.
Oh, just kidding. You are not up. Bertome, you're up.
I'm shooting at this guy, and I just remembered I have the sharpshooter feat, so ignore cover. So,
Dude, that would have been really good for you last
Jesus.
well, I missed anyway, didn't I?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
missed
you
really
said
bad.
It was pretty bad. So I
time. Oh,
think
that dude is dead, though. Okay. You done, Steve?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, the first guy's going to run up on Owen with his short sword out. He does not hit. Oh, wait, sorry. They do get +2, but he still does not hit on that one. The next guy is also going to... he's going to run up on, Owen.
No, I've got to get
He's
this
got-
ick off first. No, I don't want the pink eye.
Owen, the dice are in your favor right now, and the last guy's coming up for the paladin. And let's see if I can roll something that's not in the single digit. I can't at all. So, all right, super neat. I'm very excited about everything that's happening here. Locke, you're up.
Delightful.
So getting this ichor, whatever it is, these wormy slime things on me, I'm basically gonna freak out because I really care about being clean, and I am going to run and jump in the water, dive in,
Okay.
and if I have additional movement left, I will climb out of the water.
Okay. You actually notice that the salt water does take off everything that was on you, and there's a little puddle of scum floating where you jumped in.
Ooh.
Ew.
Uh-oh.
It'll be difficult terrain to get out, just the square that you got to get out.
Okay, well, I mean, my speed is 60, so...
Like
Well,
base walking speed is 60 feet?
Well,
Well,
during
okay.
combat, I can double my movement
Okay,
speed.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He did say he freaked out, for the record.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I was just, if you were doubling 60 at first level, I was, whoa.
No.
Whoa. Yeah.
So hopping out, and coming with a short sword jab towards this big dude here.
Okay.
Ooh, how do we do that?
Just click and hold.
Killing it.
Nice.
Okay, he is definitely hurt. He looks bad. He looks like he's barely hanging on to life.
And I
These
yell
guys look
at-
driven.
at the end of my turn, I say, "The water will clean you."
Jack, you're up.
But I don't. God damn it. What is
Are you
that?
disengaging with an action?
Nope. Just going.
Okay, 2 guys get to make an attack on you.
Yep.
Oh,
First one crit,
There's the end of his bad rolls.
second one doesn't hit.
Yeah.
So
You might not make it to the water, buddy.
It's quite possible.
Oh, and you take 14 damage.
Dude, dead. Done.
All right.
Dead.
And as you're sitting there, bleeding profusely, the fun little thingies don't seem to be interested in your body anymore. They seem to be slowly walking away from you and moving towards a more
That's one way to get rid of
virile
it.
host.
Oh, find an alternate way.
Healer down. Healer down.
Totally a way to get rid of it.
It definitely seems to work that way. So, Jack just went Decimus. You're up. Healer down.
Okay. I am going to firebolt this guy. And let me click the spell. 13 does not
13
hit.
hits these guys.
Oh,
Yep.
it does. Excellent.
Yep.
For 4 damage.
4 fire damage to that guy is Deadzo. D-E-D Deads.
Yay.
How do you roll just the to hit and not the damage?
There's a thing on your character sheet where you can change it. If you go to the gear, there's a checkbox that says auto, or a drop down that says auto damage roll. You can turn that off.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then I'm going to. Nobody's in the water. Okay, so I'm going to move back some more.
Okay. Rogar, you are up. You are covered in the black tendrils of shadow goo.
Yeah.
Plus side, I'm not.
I was trying to figure out if lay on hands would be able to heal him.
Lay on hands can definitely heal him.
I'm just gonna throw my lay on hands on him.
Yeah.
Is it touch or is it range?
It's touch.
But he's next to you.
Yeah. I'll do the full 5 I have on me.
Okay. That's an action, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You still have your movement and a bonus if you have anything.
Okay, so I was able to just hop into the water, or it has to actually be like in the water.
You can jump into the water, but you are, I assume,
Yeah, that's
made of metal.
That's not gonna work too well for me.
Not going to be great for swimming. You'll get disadvantage on your athletics checks while you're in the old briny deep.
Yeah, that's pretty deep right there. I'm assuming.
How far down is it from the deck to the water?
About 5 feet, 3.5 feet, something like that. It's
not
just
crazy.
a double movement to get out on that one piece.
Okay.
And it is deep enough that you can pull a boat up. So you're going to be...
Okay.
I mean, you're pretty big. You can roll the dice that you can stand up in there, but you don't know. I mean, it's on you. You might be fine. You might be fine.
Have you
It
ever
might
been
be
able
incredibly muddy. I don't know.
It shouldn't be that hard of an athletics check. It's just swimming in normal water.
Yeah.
Say these things.
You're strong, right?
Have you ever been able to see the bottom up alongside the dock? Like, the clear water doesn't even happen until you get at least 20 feet out, 40 feet
Yeah,
out.
and the nasty stuff from Locke is sitting right around here. So, you know, as you're jumping in, that's probably not where you want to be right here on this first square.
Well, I don't have to worry about that because they decided to leave me alone.
Well, they haven't gotten very far yet. We'll see. They haven't gotten very far, brother.
No, I can't
They're
reach
doubling
that
back.
one.
Oh no, wait, he's up.
What you gonna do, Pally?
Well, I'm looking into it. I think I'm just gonna have to. I can't really jump into that water if it's. I think I'm just gonna have to kind of. This is water down here. Look more shallow.
Everything looks about the same. There's some rocks over here that look like you might not want to bump your head on them, but other than that, you look good.
Gotcha.
You are safe to disengage. Nothing is engaged with you right now, so you can kind of go wherever the hell you want.
Right.
You're not going to get insta-gibbed. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, you're pretty squishy at first level, regardless of what your class is.
I don't know what you're talking about. I once never heard of Squishy.
Nope. Never.
I'm gonna go right up there. Oops.
Where are you gonna go?
5, 10.
Move you where you gonna be, baby.
Right there.
That is definitely not in the water.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I need you to make a con save.
Oh God, no.
I gotta bring my sheet up again. Con.
Oh, okay. Some of the black shit starts getting into you.
Oh no.
You can feel it worming its way into your everything.
Mm.
So right now, you're going to have disadvantage on charisma and wisdom saves.
Because he totally needs charisma saves right now.
Well, it's essentially affecting his mind. Charisma and wisdom are your willpower.
He's breaking into your mind.
No wonder the captain couldn't bluff.
He was also kind of an ugly son of a bitch. All right. So if Rogar's done, Bertome, you are the man of the hour.
Getting away from the evil black writhing paladin. Shooting at that guy.
He's just turning into an Avenger Paladin. It'll be fine.
Oh.
Swing and a miss. They are 13, Steve-O.
I rolled that before.
What?
That's the same thing I rolled on the first round.
And you hit?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
The dice still hate you, Steve.
I'm just saying, that's the same bad roll that
All
I
right,
got
all right.
did before.
Bertome is done. Who is this? The kitty cat.
I like foxes.
Oh, and you're up, though, aren't you? You're legitimate. The first one's going to attack you.
I'm not standing. I assume I'm on
Right,
the
so they
ground.
get advantage to hit you, but... he gets a crit.
He's gonna,
All right, Owen.
I'm gonna take a nap, guys. It's cool. The goo's not gonna worry about me. We're cool.
You're back and you're out. And guy number 2 is going after my good buddy Locke over here.
I'm just taking a
So,
nap. Taking a
Locke,
breather.
Oh,
look
yeah,
out,
that'll-
guys. The rules are in fuego. The rules
Yeah,
are
that'll
in
work.
Locke, you take 4 damage.
Oh, I go down.
All right.
You have
Now,
4 hit points?
I took 4 earlier.
you got hit twice.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
okay.
Everyone's
Yeah,
bar
this thing
looks to be-
exploded.
Jack,
health
give me
bar
a
looks
death
full.
save, baby.
Do I just click on death saves?
Yes, you
Nice.
do.
Cool.
So it's a
You got
success.
one success. Decimus, you're up. Can you save this situation?
I can try.
You got 2 guys up. One is bloodied. One is not bloodied.
I'm going to attack the one. I'm going to move over here so he doesn't have cover, and I'm going to attack the one that does not have that does look bloodied. Is that this guy?
Yep.
That's the one that's bloodied. That's the one I'm attacking.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm going to spells and firebolt him. 11's not going to hit.
It is not. It is not, my friend.
Okay.
All right. So Rogar, the paladin.
So there's still more of this goo on me, right?
The goo is actually slowly getting into your orifices, like your ears and your eyes, kind of
Yeah.
sticking into that real creepy, like pink part right behind your face.
You're getting the pink eye.
Uh,
Somebody
that.
shat on your helm. Ew.
I get right here and wash it off, or is that too far?
You can get there, but you can tell that some of it's already inside you, and you're gonna have to figure that out. But this should slow the process.
Okay, hosing off what's left of me there.
All right, so that's 10 feet of your movement going down, getting back in. So I think that gives you 15 total. Because you move 5 over there, then 10 to get in the water. So
Yeah. Now I suppose I can do a sprint or
no,
anything like
you
that.
can move 2, or you can just run up there and start fighting, but you won't be able to attack this round.
Right. So just get back out and right there. Probably right back where I was.
You can get back into the bad guys if you want to get right into it. It's all on you. All right, Bertome, you're up.
Yeah, I'll throw up and I'll throw myself over
Okay.
here.
You can get all the way up, dude. You can go 20 and 20. You can get all the way up.
Oh, the bloody guy's still there?
What
Yeah.
are you guys still this guy? Oops, shit, that didn't help.
I'm going to go ahead and do the sharpshooter -5 to hit on that guy.
On the non-bloody guy?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think I have it put in right.
You hit.
There we go. 17 damage.
That guy is fucking dead. Dude, big timing. Steve's a friggin' animal every now and then.
Only like once every 5 rolls.
We just need the cart. That's what he's missing. The cart.
All right, it's a showdown. One bloodied guy versus, I guess, one fully healed party member and two kind of half and half. One slowly getting consumed by the darkness.
By the ick.
But Bertram is done. The ambusher is going to come and see if he can't mess up a paladin.
Hey, at least he's not trying to kill me. Yay!
No, these guys are not.
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Jesus.
Oh God.
Seriously, Andrew, that's unfair.
Dude, sorry, 11 damage, Pally.
God.
That's it for me too.
Pally is down.
Wow.
All right.
This is
Now,
ridiculous.
Locke,
TPK.
give me a death save.
TPK.
Oh,
TPK. TPK.
sure.
Saved it.
Great. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Jack, give
Almost
me a
got
death
that crit.
save.
Yes.
Nice. All right. Decimus.
I wish I had something better, but Firebolt to not hit.
Ah,
Firebolt does not hit there. Rogar, give me a death save, brother.
All right, let's see here.
Squishy.
let's go for a third 19.
Oh, that is a failure.
Nope. Gonna
All
be
right.
bad.
Okay, hold on. So when he does the death save, it didn't help. The blackness actually tries to help keep you alive. It also fails, but it tries to roll one for you.
That's amazing.
All
No, you
right.
can't die. We just infected you. You can't do this.
Bertome, 13 does hit,
Here we go.
and 9 is enough to kill him.
Yes.
Now stabilize everybody.
Just enough, brother man. Just enough.
Whew.
I'm apparently hiding under the corpse because he's on the layer above me.
Where'd you go? Did I screw up, dude?
No, I'm under the corpse. The dead guy. That's it.
Is the dead guy moving?
He was added after me, so I assume he's above me in the layer. And
I apologize. Yeah.
I went under him.
I'm going to try and do something to the paladin. I'm going to try and...
Don't molest him.
No, damn it.
Show us from the dolly when the bad man touched you.
You can make a medicine check.
Got a 12.
12 is enough to stabilize.
Cool.
It just takes a DC 10.
And then I'm going to try to stabilize Jack, too. Is that okay? Can I try to do both of them?
Yeah, sure. You're right there.
I got another 12.
Dude, you are the medicine man. Start putting bones between your nose. It's going to be awesome.
Ugh. Oh. Oh my goodness.
Help me.
Never fell.
Help me.
Almost went back to embrace. Oh.
If you're stabilized, you're still fucking unconscious.
Ah, damn it. Never mind.
You're not
Disregard.
chatting, buddy. You're not chatting.
I don't
I'm
know if I
currently-
can do another one.
You
currently
can't this
meditating
round.
to
He's
my
gonna have to make
goddess.
one
It's
more
cool.
death save.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
Didn't Locke and Jack go before Decimus?
What's up?
Shouldn't Locke and Jack have gone before Decimus?
Whatever.
yeah.
Locke, give me a death
I
save.
don't know that it matters, but
13.
Okay.
yeah. Is it my turn?
Yep.
I'm gonna give it a shot. Stabilizing Locke. Hey, look at that! I'm awesome.
Dude, you guys are fantastic. Best medicine people I've ever met.
Best healer ever.
It's true.
Steve, you need to get one of those like little hats with the red cross on it.
So
Put it,
Bertome,
swap it out.
Hey,
Bertome, do we I think maybe we should check around and see if we can find some healing potions to try and help our buds here. I'm gonna take a look in the warehouse. You keep an eye on the guards or on the guys we just killed, and scream if anybody comes at you, because I'll come back here and out here and help you fight.
Fair enough. We might want to take them to the ship, though. I guess we should do a search first. But
I'm gonna try and search the bodies a little bit and see if I see any obvious potions. If I don't, I'm gonna go in the warehouse and see if I see anything that can.
I was gonna say I can check the bodies while I'm watching out here.
Be back in a minute.
Okay. Who's checking bodies and who's going to the door? And are you guys going alone?
I'm going to the door like by myself, and Steve's staying back at the back with the party.
I'm checking bodies.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do Steve real fast. Steve, the bodies have you come up with 16 gold and 42 silver on the bodies.
Are you keeping track of that, or do we need to do that?
I'm currently dead, so I'm not keeping track of it.
I'm not planning on keeping track of that.
Okay, cool. I will do it then.
Yep.
Even if you put it in the chat log, I mean, what else?
You have a suit of chainmail that looks to be of fine quality. There is a nice one-handed battle axe, well, versatile battle axe now. And he also has a scimitar at his belt. There are 4 suits of studded leather. All look to be okay quality. A ridiculously foppish captain's hat. 4 short swords. There are another 4 javelins that haven't been used yet. And on the captain, you find an amulet. And the amulet has essentially an eye with a black teardrop coming out of it. The eye is made of silver. Everything on the amulet is just pressed silver. And then the teardrop itself is black onyx or something similar, semi-precious stone.
Okay.
Okay. And he does have 1 potion on him.
Okay.
All right. Decimus.
Yep.
It looks like the warehouse area is suspiciously dark.
Okay.
There are definitely things around here. You smell the smell of sulfur and gunpowder. Clearly, charges were set here to open this up for the excitingly cool ambush.
Okay. Do I see, like, just glancing around, do I see anything obvious, like any, like, chests or anything, like, gearboxes or anything like that?
Can you see, did I actually light up portion of it like I think
Portion
I did?
of it, yeah. A portion
Super
of it.
cool. All right, you see some cool barrels there. You see some sacks of goods, grains, etc.
Okay.
The wood pile over to the left is all bags. It's all sacks of some sort of food.
Cool. I'm going to go back and tell them there wasn't shit in there.
It goes on for significantly further in. That's as far as you could see.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I couldn't see anything in there that looked like healing potions.
Yep.
Okay. We did find this 1 potion on the captain.
Okay. Let's give it to the healer.
Is it a healing potion? I mean, for all I know, it's rum.
Yes.
Medicine check.
That's a healing potion too.
I mean, there's an easy way to find out.
It heals emotional pain.
It's less
Give me an Arcana check, and I'll tell you what it is.
All right, I will
Yeah,
roll Arcana.
I'm not going to do that.
You can if you want, Steve. I believe in you.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that. I'm already the best healer in the party.
Decimus, it is definitely a small healing potion, the 2d4 plus 2 or 4 or whatever.
I'm going to force quaff it on Jack.
Well,
right.
do we want to force quaff it to someone? Since, I mean, we're still going to have everyone down. We need to take...
Jack's the healer.
Do you want to put it there?
Yes, he is. Okay. That seems like a plan.
He's the healer.
Then I guess I'm doing it.
I forgot we had a healer.
Yeah.
Because I'm so good at medicine checks, I didn't think we needed one.
Blind squirrel and nuts. Something about that.
I mean, you did rock that shit.
Jack, come back to us.
Oh, I was meditating. And it fell. Oh.
Jack.
Who woke me?
Jack.
What?
The ick is gone, but there
good.
a couple of our friends are still in serious danger. Can you help them?
Is the ick gone?
DM?
Yeah.
The ick that was around Owen?
Well,
It
It
has
was around Jack.
dispersed. Yeah,
Yeah.
the stuff that was around Jack has dispersed.
the ick that was around everyone. How about the paladin who was covered in it?
No,
The
Still
the-
icky.
The paladin
Good guy,
washed
excited.
off everything that you could see, but he definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's fine. He
How
did.
much HP did I get back, Rick?
2d4 plus 2.
You want to roll it?
I
Or
will.
do you want me to roll it?
Where's the plus? There it is. 8 points.
We're all
Hooray.
learning here.
I like learning.
Math is hard, you guys.
Math
Yeah, I
is
get
hard.
that.
I'm gonna cast Goodberry and well, actually I don't know if I can force quack people that.
You can force quaff people. You're good, Barry.
Dingleberry for you. So I'm
Om
walking up to
nom, nom,
everybody,
nom.
everybody who's down, and it's plop, munch, 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 plop, munch, munch.
Owen,
So I
hold on. To force quaff your good berry, you have to baby bird them.
even better.
You're gonna force quaff
So good.
good berry.
Oh,
You
this
have
is
to
so
baby
good.
bird them. That's how it
Baby
is.
bird. Oh,
That's clearly the
come,
rule.
Come here, my baby bird. Come here, baby bird.
That is obviously the rule.
Who's still down?
Locke is down.
Oh,
Your
my
foxy
baby
friend.
bird. Come here, baby bird. So I'm gonna force quaff you 2 of my good berries, so you should be at 2 HP.
Okay,
You're
so
totally full. You're full
so
for the day.
as you're doing
totally
that,
not hungry at all.
as you're doing that, I start purring
That's two.
and like just crack my eyes open and lean my head forward and give you a cat lick on the tip of the nose.
That's right, baby bird. You're all good, baby bird. My little fox. I start petting your tail, and I get back up. Who's next?
I am your fox.
So that's 2 HP, you said? Sorry.
I think that's Rogue
I
has
have
Sally's
8
next.
good berries left. Who would
Yeah,
like
Rogue
1
has
HP and to never be hungry for the day?
Paladin
I'm
needs-
holding my arms open for a big hug. Who is next?
Paladin's
That'll be
next.
me.
It's funny because
He's
the
not
dead
gonna be
people
coming
clearly
towards you.
can't do that. Yeah.
The unconscious guy did not respond for some reason.
Oh, so he's still dead. Oh, come here, baby bird. Come here, baby bird. I now have 6. I force quaff you 2, baby bird. Baby bird, come back to me, baby bird. It's okay.
Oh, man.
I now have 6 good berries left.
Decimus is going to tap you on the shoulder and say, "Can I have 2 of those?"
I need to baby bird you too?
No, I can take care of myself, bruh.
Who is brah? My name is. People
I
call
can
me
take care of
Jack.
myself, Jack.
Okay. I give you 2. Anybody else down?
The paladin and the
No,
Paladin?
you
I
got
think
me.
we're all up.
Yeah,
Two
we're
baby
all.
Rock could
birds.
probably use 2 more apiece.
It's hard to tell because people aren't updating their life bar, and
I just updated mine, but
Jack still has a skull and crossbones on.
Jack's
his.
still dead.
I mean, Jack can
here,
baby
baby
bird
bird.
himself, I guess.
Come here, baby bird.
Oh,
I think that's just eating. Or it's much
It's okay,
worse.
baby bird.
You talk
Next
to yourself while you're
Time
eating?
you go down, baby bird. I got you.
Okay. Oh, that's
Night,
awesome.
boys.
Alright.
Hi.
We'll have fun storming the castle.
You're all nerds.
Come here, baby bird.
We should probably go check out the ship. It seems like defensible, and we should probably find out what happened to it.
Probably. Let's do that.
Presumably,
And
if there was anyone else
We
there
inspected the captain.
joined in.
Did he have any paperwork on him or anything?
He did not.
Does anybody need 4 HP?
I could definitely use some HP.
I could use some, for sure.
2 for you and 2 for you. I
Will
now
you
know
baby
have more
bird it?
berries. You totally feel like, you're gonna burst at the seams after you guys like eat these things. You're like, oh my god, I feel like I've just eaten like 8 meals at once. Oh my god.
Is-
Now I do want to go check that out.
It's no meat pie, but it will
When
be.
you walk by it, you see there is open door that looks like it has been roughly thrown open. The bar that was at one point a lock is kind of thrown off to the side. Not splintered, but definitely not how the mechanism was intended to be used.
Can I not see more than like 10 feet in?
I'm gonna walk in. I have dark vision.
Okay. Steve, do you have like real people vision?
No, I'm a human.
Okay. Dark vision, you can see this. You see a bleeding and bloody captain without a hat,
No, not
sitting
the captain.
in a pile with two of his, what you can only guess, sailors' bodies next to him that are obviously not making it.
I shout out to the party, grab the captain's hat and come in, quick!
So I'm back far enough. I'm gonna grab the captain's hat. And...
I have the captain's hat.
Oh, you do? Okay, cool.
Did we wash it first after that whole thing exploded?
I can cast Goodberry one more time.
I mean, they look like they might not be around anymore.
Medicine check.
They are definitely dead, but the captain is not.
Oh, I'm just going to do Cure Wounds then.
The captain is tied up, and it looks like he has clearly not been killed for a reason. He's bruised, not cut.
10.
He's kind of beaten around like he was maybe tortured, maybe just, think about like a guy who owes somebody some money in Vegas. Like his kneecaps are kind of fucked up. He's missing a toe or two because they're all flat and smashed.
Before I hit him with Cure Wounds, I make sure all toes are attached.
All right. You're able to get
I don't want him
back
to
up.
lose those. That's not cool.
A captain
Come here,
needs
baby
no
bird.
toes.
Come here, baby bird. And I'm going to put the toes back on, and I'm going to hit Cure Wounds for 10.
Oh,
Did he just come?
Are you Captain
what
Friend?
fuck, where are my men? Where are my men? He
Well,
kind of
baby bird.
stutters backwards and he
Right.
slips in the blood. And as he slips in the blood and falls back onto the corpses of his sailors.
Can
he
I try and
begins to
catch him before he
scream.
does that?
Sure, give me an acrobatics check. Or athletics, whichever's easier for you.
No.
All right, with a 9, you miss him, but you don't fall as well. If you had missed a DC 10 by 5, you'd also fall. I don't know that you
Fair
can
enough.
do that. But critical miss, you totally would have. It would have been epic.
Fair enough.
But he does slip and fall into the bodies, and he just starts screaming his head off. He pulls out a bottle, and he starts chugging. And this is obviously some sort of heinous clear liquid that just smells of freaking
Turpentine.
paint thinner and everything awful about it. And a little bit of juniper berry. After
Ooh, berries.
Berries.
After about 10 or 12 seconds of drinking, he pulls the bottle from his mouth and goes, I think I'm okay. Okay. And then he starts patting himself down. First checking to make sure he has all of his body parts.
I start helping
He
him pat
touches
himself
every
down.
major appendage, including his genital area. And then he goes through all of his pouches and he goes, okay. Checks his ears, checks his nose.
You still have your toe. I made sure you
All
had
right.
that one.
This could have been worse. This could have been worse.
You are a friend?
I am Captain Friend.
Jack didn't let your
Captain-
dick fall off.
Ooh,
Oh
I checked.
no!
Double check.
I start searching the floor. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Captain Friend is a bugbear. He is a huge bearded bugbear, and when he stands up, he is clearly monstrous in size. His arms are easily longer than yours by 50%, it seems like. He can probably steer the damn boat by himself, sitting in the middle of it, reaching all sides. He looks very elegantly dressed, very wealthy attire, and everything is covered in blood, but he starts kind of patting himself down and wiping himself off the best he can. He takes his shirt off and begins rummaging back through one of the chests, trying to find a new clean pair of clothes.
Trying to find.
Clean clothing for him to change into because he's just covered in blood. Are you the king's men?
We were summoned by the King Nicodemus. Said to come for the Iron Spider.
Yes. Okay.
Hey, can you tell me what happened here?
I said, do you want to come outside where we can see?
Yeah, sure. Well, he's got torches that he's lighting now. I mean, this is a very nice, cozy area. He's got a little office space in the corner. This looks like before the carnage, it was a very nice place to hang out. There's weapons on the walls and stuff like that. But he's got dozens of lamps that he's lighting and stuff like that. Okay. There's not a single window to this. There are 3 doors. The other 2 are barred and locked. And now there's a giant fucking hole in the wall. But this looks like a kind of perfect little smuggler's lockbox cove kind of hideaway.
I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna say, Captain, we had a hell of a fight with the guys who were here to ambush us. Do you have any healing potions around? A couple of my friends are in pretty bad shape.
One of them exploded in this black goo.
Oh yes, you had
goo.
You had goo.
Yes. Do you know anything about the worms? The
medicine check on the
leeches.
Okay. Roll your medicine check.
Working on it. You gotta find it.
Leech is a good description of kind of what you saw.
Okay.
Longer, skinnier, but the same basic kind of look.
11.
With an 11 medicine check, you can see around his eyes, his ears, stuff like that. There seems to be black pulsing in his veins. Ever so slight, ever so hard to see, but there is a little bit of that around a couple of orifices.
Pink eye. Pink
eye. So,
maybe doesn't look natural. Might be arcane.
The captain tells you that he's like, I don't recognize that at all. As for the men, the king told me people would try to stop me. He told me to be as discreet as possible. That's why we made sure he hired the right smuggler instead of putting you guys on a ferry. Apparently, you guys were being watched on the Bronze Flash. They were concerned about that at least. But, well, you made it. That's nice. You look okay.
So did you.
Yes, I did.
We're fine. Your men, unfortunately, they obviously did not make it. Can we help in burial or?
I'll hire new ones. We'll put them in the ocean when we get about halfway out. It'll be fine.
Honorable man.
You said he was not wearing a hat. Conspicuous.
He is not wearing a hat. Conspicuously not wearing a hat.
Then I will offer him the captain's hat, saying, "I believe this is yours."
Ah, it is. This hat is oversized, and now that you think about it, that the first guy you saw was pretty large for a human. He looked like he was kind of roided out. So yeah, the captain puts it on. Thank you, good man. Thank you. He pats you on the back. He goes, well, I have booze and food on the ship. Come, we'll go. It's a quick traverse.
Very well. We have places to be.
You're
a man of action. I appreciate it.
He starts tying a rope around the legs of the corpses, one on each side, and he then puts himself in the middle and drags them both behind him.
As we're walking to the ship, I'm gonna scatter some seeds behind myself.
Can't tell which side of the ship is the front.
It is on purpose. This isn't actually the ship that it would be, but this looks a lot like the barges that you're seeing elsewhere. It's kind of a flat, rectangular box, but this is actually a ship with sails, the whole 9 yards, stuff like that. So he goes ahead and fucking lock, fucking da, 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 da. He's trying to reset this lock thing, and now he's going over and he's boarding up the hole. More fucking bodies. He's just kicking these bodies into the water.
I'm gonna cast a message to Jack. Say, does this seem strange to you? Does he just have a blatant disregard for the bodies of his fallen men? And then
no, he's
what
not,
message does? Hang on. So
you just hear me talking aloud.
what
It
message
allows
does?
you to do a response.
Yeah, it allows you to do a response, but you can reply in a whisper that only I can hear.
I don't think Jack whispers.
I mean, that's fair. Roleplay your dude. Just
I was gonna say, you're just gonna hear me talk aloud. I don't think he's doing the death rites correctly, and I start walking over to give a prayer to Nerfell to send these guys off.
I don't believe these are necessarily his men. I think he is a hired hand.
all right.
If you guys are talking loud enough, he'll kind of join in. If you're not, then he's not going to worry about it.
That's it.
So, since the men are dead, you are all going to get to learn how to sail a ship. So,
I don't think. This should be interesting.
when we hit the waves, just be useful.
How are we going to be useful?
I don't know. Sail a ship.
Do you know how
Check
to
for
sail
the
a ship?
currents. Most days, not every day. He takes
Click,
another
click,
big
buddy,
swig.
click. Dolphins, help me.
I grab the nearest rope and pull it.
See, he's got it. He starts hauling you guys out, and he's kind of running around moving some sails. But as you guys get out, we're going to go ahead and you guys are hitting some waves, stuff like that. So how are you sailing this boat?
Fuck.
Locke, you're first.
Like I said, I grabbed the nearest rope to
Yep.
me that looked like it was connected to something, and I
Yep.
pull it and see what it does.
All right, you're able to move the sails around like that, and he'll tell you how to pull it if you just go ahead and make an athletics check to make that pull work. Yeah, dude, you're sailing a boat.
Strong
All
like
of a
gold.
sudden, you're pulling it across, the boom swings out, the sails unfurl, they catch a big bit of wind and nothing but the open seas. All right, Jack, what are you going to do for me?
Survival check.
All right.
What looks like a good thing to do next?
Well, survival, you're checking for the clouds and the sea signs and stuff like that, and you actually
Seas and
Yes,
albatross.
are
clouds,
really
sea
bad
signs.
about this, apparently. So you fail on your survival, but you fail
No.
gloriously. You don't
No.
look like you don't know what you're doing. You just look like you fucked up. So we're going to move on. Decimus, you're up.
I'm going to try to use history. Being a scholar, have I read any books or maybe come across any tales of sailing while I was at school to see if that helps me
Oh,
know
dude, yeah.
what to do.
Dude, you're all about this. You're talking about the wave
Poop deck.
currents and things like that. You know exactly what's going on. You're directing traffic.
It's too
Decimus,
You're
you
up there
told me
watching the
about those mountain boats, right?
Yeah, it's so fucking windy out here.
Mountain
I
boats.
can't hardly find can't hardly find the way. But if you move the sail this way, it should help a little bit.
All right, Rogar, sail me a ship, brother.
So I can move that sail that way. Can I use an athletics check to move that sail?
Sure.
I'm going to do that.
All right. Don't screw it up. Ah, it's fantastic. You're a beefy soul. He praises you as he goes.
Encouragement, yes.
All right, Steve. you're up.
Yes, encouragement. Yes.
Oh wait, yeah. So a bunch of the cities are connected by rivers, aren't they?
Yes.
So I have been on a boat before.
Yeah.
I'm on a boat.
Fair enough. Let's see. Probably don't want to just use athletics again.
He
How
dumps
about-
his friends off the end.
what's that?
What?
He dumps the bodies off the back.
What about sleight of hand to tie off ropes?
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's
smart.
awesome. Do it up.
There we go.
Making it all strong. Perfect.
Apparently, everybody can roll. I cannot.
Dude, you're shockingly good at sleight of hand for a fighter. I like it.
I am.
All right, you guys are rolling into Essentially, if you guys remember when you look at your map, the island is a set of rings. And Fren is actually going to be going through the first ring. You don't see any other boats doing what Fren is doing right now. He looks like he is driving in a no driving zone. And when you look up at the sail actually kind of glitters and sparkles. You guys have heard legends of elven cloaks called the Cloak of Elvenkind that allows them to hide from their enemies. The cloth on this entire boat seems to be made of something that blends in with the waves in the sky. The ship itself almost becomes invisible from about 10 feet up, and it flies. This thing picks up waves and speed, darts through everything, and just ducks and dives. It looks like it can hold about 20, 25 people on here comfortably. And he is cruising through all the way to the center island. So if anytime you want to see the islands and stuff like that, guys, feel free to pull it up in your journal. But that center island is where you see there's a castle on it. And as you're coming in, there is a private port. He docks on the private dock. Says, "Gentlemen, I got you all safe and sound. Let the king know that Fren's his man." He kind of sends you off, and he gets ready to get the fuck out, leaving you guys alone on a dock.
So, being from Talvar, have I ever been on this center island, or is it
You have
something?
not.
Okay, so it's not something like it's kind of a big deal to make it onto the center island.
There is only the king's manse on this center island. Only the castle, only the mansion, only the big spot. And this is what the king's mansion looks like. The grounds around it are fully forested in some areas. They have an entire horse stable, and this dock looks like it's holding probably 5 or 6 gorgeous yachts. Not merchant vessels, I mean sheer pleasure vessels. 1 or 2 of them look like they're 1 or 2 man sailing ships, so really made for someone to go out on a weekend as opposed to someone to go fishing or something like that. It's really casual, hoity-toity shit.
And so this dock's just like right in front of the castle?
It is a ways away. You're probably about 2 football fields away, about 600 yards away. But there is a driveway essentially that goes straight up to the front.
Yeah, but it's not like a secret back door or anything. It's just like the main entrance.
This is the main entrance. This is, from what you guys saw coming around, you only saw the one half of the island. You didn't see anything else that seemed to be jutting out. This has a bit of a bay, and then there is the dock inside the bay.
Is it the dock of the bay?
It is. And you can be sitting on it if you want.
Nice. Before a friend gets too far away, I'm going to wave and say thank you.
Thanks for not getting me killed.
Oh, we
I shout
close.
back more like, thank you for saving you, right?
That's kind of what I said. And he turns off.
What a dick. Oh, man. All right. Well, do we see any other people around?
You see a handful of guards coming down right now on small ram, or very, very large rams, but these are small ram, like they're the size of a pony, basically. Okay. And the guards are all elven.
So as they approach, I'm gonna take out. I assume we got like a paper from.
You did.
Nicodemus.
Yep, you each got a note.
So I'm gonna have that and make sure that the king's seal or whatever is on it for when they approach.
Are you the 5 oathbound? You are the oathbound?
Yes, that would be us.
The bannermen of the king.
Sure.
Excellent. We have quarters ready for you. Please come in. I hope your travel was easy.
Fren sends his regards to the king.
Fren is a piece of fucking work, but He's the best smuggler in town.
Someone had him tied up and tried to steal his boat, but we stopped that.
Sometimes he drinks a little too much.
Yeah, he's kind
Nobody's
of a lush.
better on the waves than he is.
I don't believe his drinking had anything to do with it, but that does not concern you.
Doesn't.
Come
on in.
I'm gonna ask Rogar how he feels after the ick.
I don't quite feel like myself. It's, like something's just inside of me. Need to get it out of me.
You feel like it's eating away at your mind, slowly but surely.
It's sucking my will to live.
That sucks.
So lay it in hands would be helpful if I didn't already use it.
You, as a paladin, think this might be a little above lay on hands.
I gotcha.
This may be a little bit above a natural disease.
We can talk to the king about it.
You can. And here is the castle. They walk you right on in. The place is gorgeous. There are servants everywhere. You notice there are nothing but elves in this keep. Everything is elven. The trees are all elven groves. This is very similar to what druids have out in the wilderness, where you guys avoid the wilderness like the fucking plague. So most of you have never seen this kind of elegant beauty. Some of these trees look to be centuries upon centuries old. Beautiful whitish silver bark glistens across them and their root system. The roots intertwine down, almost as if they're driving all the way through the island itself, sucking water directly from the ocean, or the heart of the world. The castle itself looms up and out. It's in a very modern style, but being on an island, it doesn't look like it ever needed a whole lot of defenses. There is no wall, there is no main gate, and there are no turrets. For all intents and purposes, this looks completely undefended outside of the guards that just walked up to you.
So the trees are drinking salt water?
I'm just
Dude,
alliteration.
just walking.
He said,
I'm like
setting the scene.
He said
almost as if.
Totally walking up to the trees and
so it's saltwater or
talking to
not.
the trees. This is amazing.
It's brackish water in here.
Okay.
Don't drink the water, dude.
Fair enough. I was gonna be amazed if there were elvish trees that could drink salt water.
There might be.
It's fucking weird.
It is all fucking weird.
I thought I was old.
Is it super hot in here as well?
It is steamy like a jungle.
Ugh. I'm gonna just like think about taking my shirt off and then think better of it. I'm just gonna mutter under my breath, it's so fucking hot in here.
I tell you, this will all feel so much better to you soon. Just
how do you survive in this city?
This is my kind of environment. Love it.
All the guards have purple tabards with a gray tree on them.
Okay.
You get up through the door, you get ushered in. The opulence is impressive, but it does seem old and a bit past its prime, maybe. You can tell that this is still very expensive. Everything is very nice, but it is obviously not brand new and has not been replaced in a very, very long time.
Is it like predominantly gold, silver, platinum, or is it just various?
So the most impressive thing that you notice is that it's all marble. Getting stone to the center of an island like this is near impossible without magic, because the amount of boats it takes to get enough stone to create a building like this is frightening. There's also beautifully worked coral statues, and then quite a bit of silver or mithril inlay on them.
Quartz and mithril, that's pretty.
The whole place seems like if it was the middle of the day, it would literally shine, reflecting the sun.
But
Andrew, there weren't any acorns or anything that I could pick up when walking through the copse of trees, correct?
I mean, are you willing to walk off the path and kind of wander away?
Fuck yeah.
All right, then yeah, sure.
This is awesome. I want to grab some seeds and talk to trees.
Yeah.
While kind of ghosting just to the side off the path.
They don't stop you. They don't seem to be terribly concerned.
It is literally taking every fiber of my being not to just wander off, but there's that little point of interest with the king that's keeping me going. Otherwise, I would be climbing trees and shit.
Stick with us,
Excellent.
Jack.
I'm just talking to the trees.
They take you in. There are servants everywhere. You see an easy 30 people between guards and servants right away. You have never seen this many people that are just hired working hands. They bring you to a small sitting room outside the library where you wait.
Am I impressed with the size and diversity of the library? Can I see in?
I go fix the chair.
Nice.
Perfect.
Chairs are for sitting, and I sit in the chair.
You definitely can sit in the chair. All right, we can put you guys in the library then.
I'm super impressed with the library.
This is essentially a large study. Let me move your characters. None of the dead bodies.
Based on what I know, do I think it would be rude to start, like, looking at the spines of all the books?
No, not even a little bit.
Okay, well then that's definitely what I'm doing.
Who am I missing?
Me.
How the fuck did I lose you?
Because he was dead?
I was not dead. I was still alive. I was towards the boat. I was next to the captain.
Where the fuck did you go?
Druid's is stealthy too.
Dude, hold on. No. We're all back here. Where are you?
Hey, baby bird. Where did you?
Are you on top of Steve? Or underneath Steve?
No. I'm not. Did you like? Eat? I don't know.
I think you got deleted.
You.
What'd you do? You killed me. You killed the druid again.
Dude, this time for sure. Page? I mean, I'm sure there's a copy of him on the first page still, but
yeah.
Dude, I killed you.
I
killed you dead.
Andrew.
No. Fuck you, Owen. All right.
Fuck you, DM. No.
There you go, Owen.
We're still on the boat.
Oh shit, I'm not. Come on, catch up, guys.
You have to catch us up, DM.
I do what I want. I'll make those decisions later. Okay, so you guys are in the library. It's big. It looks like a personal study. This doesn't look like a show-offy library. This looks like it's his personal books. This looks like it's the king's personal affairs. Is anybody going over to the desk?
I'm staying by the books.
Okay.
I'm currently bouncing up and down on the couch.
Yep.
If it is as depicted,
it's so soft.
If it's as depicted, I am going up to the globe.
Okay, it is as depicted.
Okay.
And if you would like to see what the world looks like, it is on your handout sheet.
Yep, I'm just spinning the globe kind of in awe of it because I've probably never seen anything like it.
The globe is made out of exotic woods and everything is inlaid with mithril. So as you guys are hanging out, everything seems to be fine and dandy, but nothing seems to be happening. About an hour later, so you guys have been sitting here for an hour.
I've definitely got a book out.
I like to bounce. I like to bounce. It's soft.
So a man comes out through this door. Greetings, greetings, Oathbound.
That's the second, maybe third
welcome
time
to King. Welcome to King Nicodemus's castle.
Who are you?
My name is Mandrake Higgs.
Greetings, Mandrake.
Mandrake
Higgs.
is an old-looking elf. He's got all kind of white leather, armor-ish clothing. It looks like a leather suit, almost. Very bizarre, very high-collared, but very, very fancy. Lots of jewels, lots of what have you, and he keeps a small short sword at his side.
Lord Higgs, I appreciate the hospitality here, but we've had a very trying journey. I'd like to know why we have been summoned here.
Yes. I am the major domo of Stone Tree and the king himself. The king has had problems of late, and he doesn't trust anyone from the city. So he went back to the old book and found men of worth. Men who owed him for their family's position or what's happened in their world. And he called in markers, bringing you here, hoping that it would be more than just a debt to be paid, but that you would see this as an opportunity to make something of yourselves in this world. With the king's help, you can be more than you ever thought you could be. And I promise he is a very, very generous man.
So the stories are true. But do you know of my ancestor Cage?
All will be revealed. The king keeps books on each of your families.
Fuck books.
He has followed you for the centuries, watching the breeding, making sure the right people ended up in the right schools at the right times. He has made sure that you stayed the course and were a viable help.
Mom and Dad only
when
did it once,
needed.
and they had me. That was it. No more. Family trees. Creepy.
Can I do an insight check to see if this guy's fucking with us?
Sure.
I'm not sure if he's fucking with us, but I don't trust him.
You believe him 100% with a 9.
I mean, yeah.
What you see here, the king has specifically requested your help because his financier has gone missing. We
What
don't
about his
know
finances?
who would. His finances are none of your business
Just joking.
That's rude.
at this point, at
sorry.
least. But his financier has gone missing. This person is very, very close to His Highness. And this person is very difficult to get at. So whoever did so has means that we weren't expecting. But we hope bringing some outside talent will shake things up a little bit, no matter how rough around the edges you seem right now.
You want your berry?
I do not. Thank you for the offer. So, accommodations will be made.
Are we
You
to
will
meet
be
with the king?
given all in due time. All in due time. At this point, I don't trust that you're not assassins. You're lucky to be on this island, young man.
With respect, we were called here.
Yeah,
You were.
You called us.
You were. And I will give you the best accommodations this island has ever shown, where you will be paid lucratively for what we ask of you. And if things go well and you prove trustworthy, then we move forward with our relationship. But for right now, you get the joy of dealing with Mandrake.
Fair enough.
All right.
19 on insight. Because it's sounding fishy to me at this point.
Dude, he
Is he-
sounds legit as a fucking heart attack.
Okay, just making sure, because it's just like
This guy doesn't sound like he has a funny bone in his body.
Yeah.
like running through like so many hoops. It's like, motherfucker, you didn't call us here. Fucking King did. This is bullshit. Okay, all right. So I was like, no, he's legit.
Kings rarely speak for themselves.
So,
Those are all the stories I hear.
you will be fed. You will have a great banquet tonight for you and your friends. The high priest will join, and we'll make sure to have a few other well-noted guests. Tomorrow, we will discuss business.
Do you happen to have medical quarters nearby?
We will heal everything
right.
you need healing if it's
He's
damaged.
got pink eye.
Wait, what?
When we were ambushed earlier, something infected me. I can't quite figure out what it is.
This the funny man with the.
He runs up to
silver-
you quickly, more quickly than it looks like he's comfortable moving in what he's wearing. But he moves at you incredibly quickly. And in the blink of an eye, the Major Domo has a dagger no thicker than your index finger out. And he is examining your eye and kind of pulling your scales back. He's significantly faster than you are. He is right there. He is pulling your scales back.
It's
You've
around
been
his
infected.
ears.
I'm gonna
yes.
run at him.
Huh?
I'm gonna
Yep.
run at him. Like, what
Okay.
the fuck are you doing?
All right. The Major Domo goes to shove you. And this is just a strength or dexterity check of your choice.
Whoa. Everybody
He
settle
gets a
down.
22 to push you out of the way.
I'm
Holy crap.
on my ass.
Okay. He does not acknowledge you outside of knocking you on your ground. He says, we must get you to a cleric. This is worse than you think it is.
What
They're
is it
inside of
exactly?
you.
It's unnatural.
It is unnatural. We believe that whoever is coming for the king has something to do with this. We've seen it here and there.
Whoever
We're not
they
exactly
are, they
sure what it is, but we know how to
whoever
get
they
rid of
are,
it when
they
it's
know
associated.
we came here.
He had a silver eye with an onyx tear
Yes.
talisman.
Yeah, show him
You
Yeah.
have the talisman?
They ambushed Captain Friend before they found us.
How does he ever fucking survive? He always does, though. Quick. They basically, 5 or 6 clerics come in. They all have signs to the god Capella on their amulets and on their tabards, the goddess of the elves. They come through and they start chanting about you. They have white oak tree, white some kind of tree. It is the whitest tree bark you have ever seen. It looks as white as alabaster. And they begin to essentially place it by your infected areas. They all band their hands together around your face, around your head, and begin to pray. Anyone who speaks Elven can hear the prayer. It is nothing inappropriate. It is all 100% divine, 100% good karmic fun. But Capella is the goddess of elves as well as bards and song. So the prayer sounds more like verse and raises up almost into a full-on choral anthem. By the time they're done, the black leeches look like they've been pulled out through his scales, and they've embedded themselves in the white wood. The white wood almost appears to have zebra stripes, strange veining, almost pulsing, trying to get away from the white bark, but it's stuck. Nothing seems to move.
Ugh.
We'll have to keep an eye on
wood.
you. You're not the first we've seen with this. We'll talk in the
What
morning.
is it?
Do you feel better, Rogar?
I think so.
You think so is a good way to put it. You're not 100% sure. You're a little bit exhausted. You feel like you've been...
I feel like I can think a little bit more clearly than I used to be able to a moment ago.
100%, but you're having a tough time catching your breath. You feel like you just ran a marathon. Every
Check his
bit
eyes.
of you aches. Everything is sore. You feel like this was getting further in than you thought it was. I'm glad you said something when you did. You're an honest man. I like that about you.
This came from
I appreciate that.
This came from the guys that ambushed us.
Yes. I attacked him, and he just exploded into these things.
Ugh.
It was everywhere.
We have been
If you had
running into
died,
the
we wouldn't
infected.
have got this infected, but okay.
Luckily, we figured out the cure when it's early stages. We used to have to just put them down. It was not pleasant.
That seems,
So,
sort of punitive. Maybe a little bit.
What, may I ask, happens if it's left unattended?
we've only had one person within the manor go unattended. And after about a week, the person had been hiding black veins up and down its heart, running from his heart to his arms. He attempted to assassinate His Highness.
That's
He
probably
failed,
a poor choice.
but barely. And in his failure, he infected 6 of the 8 elite guard. 4 of them had to be killed. It was the most devastating blow His Highness has had to his person in more than a century. This infection, this cancer, is more than we've seen in a very long time. We are very on guard. And where you may think it's punitive, we have a dynasty to maintain. And
That's fair.
sometimes we have to make hard decisions.
Who is perpetrating this cancer?
Hopefully, that is something you will help us figure out. At this point, as you can see, no one is to be trusted. Everyone outside of these walls, outside of this island, is a danger. We're on full isolation here. You will be the only people coming and going from this island. So, if you are interested in getting a little bit of a better slice of this life, and maybe doing some good while you're at it, welcome to Stone Tree.
I must
that-
know.
He turns around.
I feel
All
you
right.
have saved my life, so I'm in. I should do good in return.
Oh, he just left. He's not looking for a response. He's gone.
I was gonna say, no. He had his dramatic music, and he's out.
The major domo cut out. He's good.
Gentlemen, I must know more. I
Agreed.
must know.
And if we need to
Didn't
do
feel
more
natural.
to save Rogar, if we need to do more to safeguard Rogar against further damage to his
Relapses.
person and his mind, I'm all in for that.
So am I.
All right, guys. You guys will start off our next game, 2 weeks, with breakfast meeting with the major domo.
Cool.
Yay!
All right. As far as that disease went, does that remove at least the disadvantage checks, or is
Yep. You have no ill effects that you can tell on paper at this moment.
that okay?
DM
Foreshadowing.
best answer.
When you see that
Sure.
maniacal grin, that means some weird shit's gonna happen later. That's what that means.
Usually, what happens.
Everything went well. You guys all level up to 2.
Yes.
Hooray! 2. I'm not
Nice.
so squishy. Oh.
Congratulations on surviving.
Yeah.
And
Somewhat.
Sort of.
we'll go from
How's it-
there. You guys are now in Talvar.
Sweet.
I died twice.
All right.
So...
Sometimes you gotta die.
We almost had to
Sometimes I'm
roll
gonna
up a
kill
new...
you.
you almost had to roll up a new guy, Owen.
I've got a
Let's
few.
be honest. We almost had to roll up a new party.
That's true. Except for
I
Steve.
was a little surprised by that. I was a little surprised by that, actually.
Steve didn't have to roll up a new party.
2 crits at first level is brutal.
Oh, it's
I mean, that's the
awful.
thing.
It was like
just
3
brutal at
crits.
first level. Yeah, 3 crits. Whatever I had.
It
I had a
was-
filthy number of crits. It's brutal at first level.
yeah.
It's brutal all
harsh.
the time, but it's especially brutal
Yeah.
at first level.
It's harsh.
Oh man.
So how do we do hit dice? We rolling?
Yeah, so you roll, but you can't take less than half plus 1.
Okay.
So if for you, it's between your D6, so it's between 4 and 6.
Okay. Even though I have +3 to my con?
Well, you had your con too.
Okay, so I got a 3, so that means I get a 4. So I get 7 hit points.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No,
Wait.
that means roll again.
Yeah, that means roll again.
Oh, it means roll again. Okay.
Yeah. There you go. You got 5.
Keep trying.
I got a 2.
Oh.
He's adding the 3. Yeah. Keep
Why
trying.
are you adding the 3? Okay, keep trying. Keep trying.
The first time I leveled
There
up,
you go. Now you got a 7.
Okay.
10 rolls.
You cannot take less than whatever the half thing is, and you do roll.
Okay.
6.
Okay? Owen, you get 6 plus your con modifier.
This one.
You guys are just excited to go hang out with Mandrake some more.
It's true.
Come here, baby bird. Come here.
Your new name is going to be Baby Bird.
I about wet myself when that started happening. I just about lost it.
Your new name is going to be Baby Bird.
Come here, baby bird.
Being someone on the receiving end of the baby bird, I appreciated it.
I mean,
I both appreciated it and gagged a little.
it's true. All right.
The max HP on the token as well. So. All
Does
right.
everybody like the tokens and the grid and all that jazz?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
Cool.
Bless you.
Thank you.
let's see.
I mean, I still have an AC of 11, so it's going to be a little low for a while. But the wizard makes sense to have that, right?
You have the worst decks of any wizard I've ever heard of.
What do you mean?
Don't you have like an 8 dex or something like that?
I have a 12.
Oh, okay, that's not that
I
bad.
have an 8 strength.
All right, I
weak
thought
as
for
fuck.
some reason dex was your dump stat.
No, strength is my dump stat.
Okay.
I can't carry more than 20 pounds. Like, I'm almost encumbered with a scholar's pack. Like, if I had taken the explorer's pack, I was encumbered with starting equipment. I was hosed.
That'll happen.
Yeah, just completely hosed. But I mean, who needs a beefy wizard?
Nobody wants a beefy wizard. That's just awkward for everybody.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. You guys will heal all your hit points at night, so you guys are good to go. Anybody that's played my other game, we are using the standard hit point rules where you heal everything at night.
Hooray.
Long rest.
Yep.
Yep.
And if we had rolled hit dice, we only get half back. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. Cool.
Everybody feel pretty comfortable with how it's going to be.
I think so.